Welcome to Learners Math TV. Ngayon ay pag-aaralan natin ang laws involving rational exponent. Mula sa ating previous lesson, what do we mean by exponent again? Diyan, sa a cubed or a raised to 3, yan 3 ang tinatawag nating exponent. At yung a naman, yan yung ating base. Sinasabi, exponent tells how many times the base is multiplied by itself. Ang ibig sabihin yan, ganyan. Yan ang nagsasabi kung ilang beses ang base ay i-multiply sa kanyang sarili. Ito na ang napag-aralan natin sa the laws of exponents. Yung positive integral exponents at yung negative integral exponents. Ngayon naman ay pag-aaralan naman natin yung the laws involving rational exponent. When we say rational, ano kaya ang ibig sabihin niyan? Kung meron tayo rito a raised to m over n, kung yung a yung tinatawag nating base, eto namang m over n ay ang tinatawag nating rational exponent. So, ang ibig sabihin niyan, ang rational exponent o yung klase ng exponent na yan ay isang fraction.
Una natin pag-aralan yung conversion rule. Yan. Kung meron tayong a raised to m over n, yan ay magiging nth root of a raised to m. Or pwede rin siyang isulat ng ganito. The quantity nth root of a raised to m. So, ibig sabihin, itong buong quantity na to, itong buong quantity, it is raised to m. So, anong pagkakaiba ng dalawang expression? So, obviously, dahil yan ay equal, so ibig sabihin parehas lang naman sila ng equivalent. So, nagkakaiba lang sa pagkakasulat. So, i-justify natin. Kung natatandaan ninyo yung previous lesson natin, at kung hindi pa naman, maaari ninyong panoorin doon sa description natin, andun ang link. Okay, panoorin ninyo yung the laws of positive integral exponent, wherein nandoon yung tinatawag nating power of power rule, na kung ano man yung exponent na nandito, so yan ay merong 1, a raised to 1. So if you multiply that to m, power of power rule, a o m times 1 is equal to m. Kaya magiging a raised to m. So equivalent lang naman yung dalawang expression na yan. So, when we say conversion rule, ano ba ginagawa dito talaga? Okay. So, ang ibig sabihin, kapag ang exponential expression natin ay merong rational exponent, ayan, ay ibig sabihin yan, kino-convert natin yan into radical expression. Okay. This is very significant. Sometimes, makaka-encounter kasi tayo dito ng halimbawa, we are simplifying exponential expression. It would be helpful kung alam natin kung paano mag-convert from exponential expression to radical expression. Kung ang ating exponential expression ay may rational exponent. Ayan. So, paano ginagawa yan? Ano yung rules na dapat nating sundin? Okay. So, eto ngayong denominator ng fraction na ito o ng rational exponent na ito ay siyang nagiging nth root or yung tinatawag nating index of this radical expression. Yan yung index. Diyan napupunta yan, yung denominator. At since etong a ay ang radicand, eto naman ngayong m, ayan, etong m, which is the numerator of the rational exponent, siya naman yung magiging exponent ng ating radicand. Okay, yan yung magiging exponent ng radicand. Okay, so, yan yung dapat nating sundin sa conversion rule. Whenever we convert exponential expression with rational exponent to radical expression. Okay, bigyan natin yan ng mga examples. Okay, first example natin ay 8 raised to 2/3. Yan ay equal sa pag kinonvert natin, ayan, magiging the cube root of 8 raised to 2. Okay. Kung natatandaan nyo kanina, yung denominator mapupunta doon sa index. Denominator to index. Ito namang numerator ay magiging exponent ng radicand. Okay, ano ngayon ang katumbas niyan? Let us simplify. Ayan. So, yan ay magiging cube root ng 64. Bakit naging 64 na yan? Kasi 8 raised to 2 is equal to 64. Sabihin, 8 times 8 equals 64. And then, what is now the cube root of 64? The cube root of 64 is equal to 4. So that is now the final answer. If we are going to simplify 8 raised to 2 over 3. So, nakatulong sa atin yung pagko-convert natin from exponential expression to radical expression. So, bakit nga pala ito 4? Okay? Kasi when we say cube root, naghahanap ka ng certain number na kapag minultiply mo 3 times by itself, ang sagot ay 64. Yan ay walang iba kundi 4. Diba? Ayan o. If it is, etong index na to ay ginawa nating exponent ng 4, 4 raised to 3, 4 times 4 times 4 equals 64. Okay? It means to say, yung cube root of 64, ang hinahanap nating number dyan ay 4. Okay, another example. 27 raised to 1/4. So, i-convert uli natin. Ayan. So, it becomes the 4th root of 81. 4th root of 81. Etong 1 ay napunta rito as exponent. Ito namang 4, which is the denominator of that fraction, becomes the index of our radical expression. So what is now the 4th root of 81? So the 4th root of 81 is 3. Okay, to prove that, dahil 3 pala, para makita natin, di ba? Pag itong index, ginawa mong exponent nitong 3. So, ibig sabihin yan, you're going to multiply 4 times by itself. So, 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, that would be equal to 81. Okay? O, dagdagan pa natin na example. Maaari mo munang i-post yung video, pwedeng mag-practice ka. Kasi kagaya ng lagi kong sinasabi, sa math, hindi maaari. Di ba? Na nanonood ka lamang kung gusto mong maging mahusay. Dapat, lagi kang handa na mag-practice o magsanay. O sige nga, ikaw nga muna. Tapos tignan natin kung tama yung iyong ginawa. Yan. Okay, tuloy na natin. Tignan natin kung tama. Yan. So, magiging, yan. So, yung numerator ay magiging exponent. O, dyan. Tapos ito namang denominator ay magiging index ng radical expression. So kung ganito naman ang ating pagkakasulat, that would be equal to, ayan, 2 raised to 3. Bakit kaya naging 2 raised to 3? Because the 4th root of 16, inuna muna natin yon, the 4th root of 16 is 2. Biga, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 16. So, 2 raised to 3 now, eto na, 2 raised to 3, yan ay equal sa 8. Yan. Okay, kung tama ka, ibig sabihin, nakukuha mo na. Okay, isang practice pa. Ayan, sige nga, ikaw na muna. I-post mo muna yung video ulit. Tignan natin. Okay, sige, tuloy natin. Tignan natin ngayon kung tama yung ginawa mo. Ayan. Kung yan ay cube root ng 64 raised to 2. Again, tingnan mo kung tama yung pagkaka-convert. Kung sumunod ka ba dun sa ating conversion rule. Ayan, yung denominator ay napunta doon sa index at yung numerator ay naging exponent, okay, ng ating quantity na ito, buong quantity. Then, Unahin muna natin yung pwede nating unahin muna dahil ganito ang pagkakasulat natin. Unahin natin yung cube root ng 64. What's the cube root of 64? That is equivalent to 4. Diba? Kaya yan ay magiging 4 squared. Kasi 4 times 4 times 4 is equal to 64. So that would be equal to, what is 4 times 4? That is equal to 16. So yan yung ating magiging final answer. Okay, kung tamang yung ginawa, ibig sabihin gumagaling ka na. Okay? Ngayon naman, mula sa product of powers rule from the laws of positive integral exponent, i-apply naman natin ito kung ang ating exponential expression ay may exponent na fraction or meron tayong rational exponent. So, kapag tayo ay nagmo-multiply, ang gagawin natin ay i-add natin yung mga exponent. That is according to the product of powers rule. So, same as, ganun din naman ang gagawin natin dito, kahit fraction ang ating exponent. Ayan, example natin agad. Halimbawa, meron tayong x raised to 1/2 times x raised to 1/3. So, meron tayong the same base, tapos meron tayong mga exponents. Ang gagawin natin dyan ay i-add 1/2, magiging 1/2 plus 1/3. Ayan, so that would be equal to x raised to 5/6. Ayan, kapag in-add mo yan, magiging 5/6. Ngayon, paano nangyari yon? Okay, ganito yan. 1/2 plus 1/3, kunin ang LCD, the least common denominator is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 1, 3. 6 divided by 3, 2 times 1, 2. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. Then copy the denominator, or yan yung common denominator nila, that is 5/6. Okay. Kung hindi pa kayo well-versed sa pag-a-add ng fraction, nasa description ng link para mas maging skillful kayo how to add fractions. Kasi it would be helpful kung skillful ka na sa pag-a-add ng fraction when it comes to this lesson. Ayan. Dito naman tayo sa quotient of powers rule. So kung meron tayong exponential expression with rational exponent na i-divide, kailangan naman ang mga exponent natin ay ating isusubtract. So let's say, okay, itong ating example, 16 raised to 1/2 divided by 16 raised to 1/4. So yan ay magiging 16 raised to 1/2 minus 1/4. So magiging 16 raised to 1/4. Then, kapag i-convert mo yan ngayon, okay, dito makakatulong yung conversion rule, yan ay magiging the fourth root of 16. So, magiging equal yan sa 2. Because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 equals 16. So, yan ngayon yung ating magiging final answer dyan. Pagdating naman sa power of power rule, okay, so kung meron daw tayong a quantity A raised to M over N and raised to a certain power P over Q, so ang gagawin naman natin dyan ay i-multiply naman natin yung mga exponent. Ayan, example natin dyan, let's say meron tayong 3 raised to 1/3 raised to 2/4, so i-multiply natin yan. Magiging 3 raised to 1/3 times 2/4. So if we multiply numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator, it becomes 2/12. And multiply lang natin yan, di ba? 1 times 2, 2. 3 times 4, 12. Then, we can reduce 2/12 to the lowest term. Ayan. So, magiging 3 raised to 1/6. So, yan ngayon yung ating pinaka-final answer. Dito naman tayo sa power of a product rule. Ibig sabihin, yung product daw ng A and B, if it is raised to a certain exponent, rational exponent. So, ang gagawin lang dyan is, ayan. So, dahil may exponent yan dito na 1 at dito, multiply each exponent, m over n times 1. So, magiging, ito ang exponent niya, a raised to m over n. Ganun din naman dito sa b. Times mo rin sa exponent na nasa loob. So, magiging b raised to m over n. So, bigyan natin yan ng example. Kung meron tayong 16x raised to 1/2, yan ay magiging, ayan, 4 squared x. Bakit naging 4 squared? Kasi ang 16 ay equivalent sa 4 squared. So, bakit natin ginagawa yan? Okay. Kaya natin yan ginagawa kasi multiply natin yan, exponent na yan, dito sa nasa labas na ito na exponent. Ayan. So, magiging 2 times 1/2 or 2 times 1 equals 2. Then, copy na lang to. So, magiging ganito yan. Magiging 4 raised to 2 over 2. Tapos, that would be times x raised to 1/2. 1/2 times 1, 1 yung nandito. So, ibig sabihin, magiging x raised to 1/2. Then, let us simplify. What is 2 divided by 2? Di ba yan ay 1? So, ang magiging simplified answer natin dyan ay 4x raised to 1/2. Yan yung ating magiging pinaka-final and simplified answer. Ituloy naman natin dito sa power of a quotient rule. Okay, kung meron daw tayong quotient ng A over B, nagdi-divide tayo rito ng dalawang quantity. So, if it is raised to a certain fraction, rational exponent, so, ang mangyayari dyan ay ganyan. So, bakit? Kasi itong fraction na to, pag may multiply mo dun sa 1, yan yun, magiging a raised to m over n. So, may exponent din yan na 1 dito. M over n times 1, magiging b raised to m over n. So, bigyan natin yan ng example. Kung meron tayo ditong 9 over 16 raised to 1/2, yan ay magiging equal sa ganyan. Okay, bakit naging ganyan na itsura? Kasi itong 9 ay equivalent sa 3 raised to 2 at itong 16 ay equivalent sa 4 raised to 2. Diba 3 times 3? 9. 4 times 4? 16. So ngayon, pwede na natin i-multiply yung exponent na nasa loob at nasa labas. Ayan. So pag i-multiply natin yan, yan ay magiging, ayan, diba? 2 times 1/2 is 2 over 2. Yan, 2 times 1/2, 2 over 2. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Diba? Parehas lang 1. So, ang magiging final answer natin dyan ay 3/4. Okay? Wala na tayong magiging exponent aside from 1. Wala. May exponent tayo rito 1. Pero invisible na lang siya. Hindi na kailangang isulat yung 1 if we simplify the exponent of 2 over 2. So, that would be the final answer. Ngayon ay inihikayat ko kayong magkaroon kayo ng self-initiative na maghanap ng marami pang maaaring pagsanayan. Sapagkat laging tatandaan, sa math ay hindi maaari na nanonood ka lamang. Upang maging mahusay, dapat lagi kang handa na mag-practice o magsanay.